Good evening, Pioneer fans, and welcome to the broadcast tonight. We're going to be here tonight, and we will give you the starting lineups now. And South Arkansas Stars will be Tazea Buford, Logan Smith, number 2. Tazea Buford is number 0. Number 5, J.C. Bishop. Number 11, Kylie Portas. And number 30, Alina Milton. For the hometown Pioneers, it'll be Kaylee Patrick, guard. She's a sophomore, 5'6", from Valley Springs. Number 10, Abby Hodges, a guard, sophomore, 5'5". She's from Bergman, Arkansas. Kaylin Garris, number 11. She's a guard. She's a freshman, 5'3", from Nema Vista, Arkansas. Carson Edwards, she is a power forward. She'll act as the center, and her and Standridge will. She's a sophomore. She's 6'1", and she's from Bergman, Arkansas. Sydney Standridge will start. She's number 34, and she'll play forward and center. She's a freshman. She's 6 foot, and she's from Clinton, Arkansas. And that's going to be your starting lineups here at the Pioneer Pavilion as the North Ark Lady Pioneers will welcome in the South Ark Stars from El Dorado. We'll get ready to get this set to tip off. It looks like it's going to be Carson Edwards tipping off, and we will have to see who steps in the circle with her. Number 11 is going to step in, and that'll be Kylie Portillo's. Portillo's against Edwards in the center, and we're going to get this tipped off momentarily. And they're ready to throw this up. It's going to be up, and it's going to be controlled. It'll be controlled by the Lady Pioneers as Standards goes back to get that ball. She'll give it to Garris, and Garris will bring it up center of the floor. Now she'll come towards the left, back to the right. She gets the ball down to Standridge. Standridge will go towards the goal, and she'll put up a shot, and it'll go over the front of the rim and fall through. Bringing the ball up the floor will be Buford. She'll come up the left side, get it over to Portillo's. Portillo's gets it outside, and she'll put up, that'll be a shot by Logan Smith. She'll miss that, but they'll rebound the basketball, and they'll have another shot at it. Foul was called against the Lady Pioneers. It'll be the first team foul in this first period. Foul will be called against number 10, Hodges, and that'll be Abby's first foul of this ball game. Ball comes in to number 11, out to Smith. She puts up a deep three-point shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Standridge. Over to Garris. Garris brings it back down the floor. She'll get in the lane and kick it out to Hodges. Hodges will look at a three, kick it over to Patrick. She puts up a three, and it's over the rim. It'll be rebounded by number 11, Portillo's. And now Buford will bring it up the floor. She gets all the way to the rim and puts it up and in on the right side. Hodges throws this in. She'll get it into Garris. Garris will bring it back down the floor. She'll cross the timeline and head toward the right, mid-stop. Now she's going to dribble the ball. Finds Patrick on the right wing. Out to Carson Edwards, who puts up a deep three-point shot. Rattles that home for three. Gives the Lady Pioneers a 5-2 lead with 8:28 remaining in the first period. On the other end, the Lady Stars will get it to Buford. Now Buford get it out to Smith. Smith back to, well, she's going to dribble it. She gets it back to Buford on the right wing. Buford drives in, kicks the ball off, and it's going to be to Milton, but she's going to be called for traveling, and that'll turn the ball back over to the Lady Pioneers. No score on that end, on that trip down the floor. 5-2 is the lead. We're approaching 8 minutes left in the first period. Garris brings it up, passes inside, over to Patrick. Patrick kicks it back out to Hodges. Hodges will put up a three-point shot off the back of the iron, no good. We got a foul called. It looks like this is going to be on Sydney Standridge. Second team foul against, well, there was no foul called on that one. Official blew, and it looked like they might be calling a foul, but they didn't call one. Buford gets it into Portillo's. She drops the basketball. Standridge picks it up, gets it to Patrick. Patrick brings it up the floor from the left side to the center. Now she's going to get to the three-point line, get a screen from Garris over to Hodges on the left wing, back over to Garris in the center of the floor. Garris looks for an avenue to get to the goal. She gets inside, and it'll be knocked out of bounds by Milton for the Lady Stars. Patrick will get set to inbound this on the baseline. 7:28 remaining in the first period. She'll get it into Garris. Garris will put up a deep three-point shot. It's no good. Crashing the boards was the Lady Stars. Garris comes up with the ball because they run into each other inside the Standards from Patrick. Back out to Patrick. She'll put a three-pointer up straight away, and she'll miss and go out of bounds. 7:12 remaining. No score for the Lady Pioneers that trip. 7:12 remaining, 5-2 is your score. Lady Pioneers lead. Smith throws this into Buford, and she'll bring it up the floor. She'll cross the timeline and get the offense set up. Portillo's with the basketball to Milton. Milton in the high post, tries to get into the lane and put up a shot. She's going to be called for traveling as Edwards got a hand on the ball, and that caused Milton to travel. Patrick will throw this into Garris. Garris will bring it back up the floor. And she'll set up the offense from the right wing over to Standridge. Standridge with the basketball. Gets it to Patrick. Now Patrick will get it over to Hodges on the left side. She'll dribble in, put up a shot. She'll miss the shot, but she's going to be fouled, and it'll be on Milton, and that'll be her first foul of this ball game. First team foul for the Lady Stars. Checking out will be number 5, J.C. Bishop. Checking in for her will be number 3, Emma Kate McBride. Hodges at the line to shoot 2. First shot is up off the back of the iron. No good. It bounces back to Hodges. She gets it back to the official, and now she'll shoot her second shot. 6:43 remaining. Second shot is off the back of the iron. No good. 5-2 is your score. Buford brings this back up the floor over to Portillo's. Portillo's will put up a deep three-point shot. It'll be off the rim on the left side. Now it's a loose ball on the floor. Milton and Smith down on the floor. So was Standridge and Hodges. Ball will belong to the Lady Stars. They'll inbound. It'll be Buford throwing this in. Buford trying to get it into Smith. Gets it to Milton. Now Milton will try to back down and get a shot up. She can't do it. She gets it over to McBride, and McBride will lose it out of bounds. And it'll belong to the – they're going to say now – they're going to reverse it and say it belongs to the Lady Stars. The initial indication was that it would belong to the Lady Pioneers. Buford will get set on the baseline again. Gets the ball over to McBride. It's going to go over her head and out of bounds. It'll be inbounded on the far side of the floor. Kaylee Patrick will get set to inbound this. She gets it into Garris. Garris brings it up the center of the floor. She goes to the left side of the lane, kicks it out to Hodges. Hodges will dribble to the right side of the three-point line, kick it over to Standridge. Standridge will try to get in. She'll put up a shot. It's no good. Edwards goes up, tips the rebound out to Hodges, back to Patrick. Now Patrick will get it back to Hodges. She's going to try to dribble and penetrate. Loses the ball, but she's fouled. This foul will be called on Logan Smith. I'm sorry, they called that on McBride. It'll be McBride's first foul, and it'll be his second team foul for the Lady Stars. Patrick gets this ball into Edwards. Edwards at the free throw line gets it over to Standridge to Garris. She'll put up a shot just inside the three-point line, and that'll be 7-2 is the lead now with 5:46 remaining in the first period. Buford brings this up. She passed it into McBride, and McBride got it right back to her. Kicks it out to Smith, puts up a shot. It's over the rim, off the glass, rebounded by Patrick. Standridge got a finger on it, and now we're going to have a foul. This is going to be called on Portillo's, it looks like. Well, they didn't call a foul there either. Yes, they did. They called that on number 30, Milton. No, I was correct the first time. They called it on Portillo's. It's a third team foul for the Lady Stars. Garris with the ball. Gets a screen from Edwards. Edwards It looked like she was going to take a three and gets it back to Garris. She puts up a three. It's a long rebound tracked down by Patrick over to Garris as she's falling out of bounds. Back to Hodges. Hodges looks to dribble and penetrate, gets it down to Edwards. Edwards is going to put up a reverse layup. It's no good. It'll be rebounded by McBride. Over to Buford. Now Buford wants to dribble and penetrate. She's going to lose the ball, but it looks like they're going to call a foul, and this was going to be on Abby Hodges. Edwards will come out, and Samantha George will come in. Kessa Willis will come in, and Abby Hodges will take a break. Milton gets the ball on the inbound pass, and it looks like Garris is going to take a charge. That'll be the fourth foul against the Lady Stars, and it'll be the first foul against number 2. Logan Smith. Garris on the other end. Kicks it out to Patrick. Patrick will step on the baseline, and that'll turn the ball back over to the Lady Stars. Coach Howard believes that she had at least 2 inches in between her foot, the heel of her foot, and the baseline or the sideline, and the referee's not buying it. Portillo's with the basketball. She's going to kick it out to Buford. Buford's going to dribble, put up a 3-point shot with 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Sydney Standridge will come down with that tipped basketball. Garris all the way on the other end, gets inside, went to put up the shot, and they're going to call a charge. They're calling a charge there. Coach is hot. The players are not liking the call, but it's not going to change. Be the third team foul on the Lady Pioneers. First foul for Garris. Portillo's with the basketball. Gets it to Milton. Milton will get it to Buford. Now Milton will cut down to the low post. Buford will drive. She gets it back to Portillo's. Portillo's kicks it all the way across the floor to McBride. Over to Logan Smith in the corner. Inside to Portillo's. And she's going to take, oh my goodness, they're just going to call a block on Kaylee Patrick when it was a clear charge. Free throws coming for Portillo's. Coach is about to lose his mind and seems to be justified. Portillo's will shoot 2 free throws. Second foul on Patrick. First free throws up and in. Fourth team foul. Both teams with 4 team fouls. One more, and they're shooting the single bonus. Portillo's makes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Standridge comes down with that rebound. Patrick will bring it back up the floor. Patrick over to Willis. Over to Garris. Now Garris will come towards the right side, pick up her dribble. Over to Patrick on the left center. Patrick will dribble in. Now she'll come back out, get it over to Willis on the left wing to Samantha George. Puts up a shot off of the back of the iron. Portillo's will knock that rebound down and gain control over to Buford. Buford will bring it back up the center of the floor. She'll set up the offense. She gets in the lane, spins, puts up a shot, and they're going to call her for traveling. It's a third traveling call at least, maybe the fourth against the Lady Stars. Garris with the basketball. She'll bring it back up the center of the floor. Patrick on the left. She's going to get a screen from George, and George will allow her to put up the shot. McBride with the rebound over to Buford, and Buford's going to bring this back down the floor. 7-3 is your score. 2:56 remaining in the first period. Portillo's. Now we're going to have a foul called against the Lady Stars. This will be against number 2, Smith. It'll be the 5th team foul. It should be 1-1. They're going to inbound it. That's the second foul against Smith, and this as she comes out. And coming in for her will be number 5, J.C. Bishop. Patrick with the ball into Standridge at the high post. She puts up the shot, and she rolls that around the inside of the rim before it falls through. 9-3 is your score with 2:33 remaining. Buford directing traffic, sends Portillo's down low. Portillo's will get over on that left side. We'll have a turnover. It'll go back to the Lady Pioneers. Kessa Willis is going to get set to throw this ball in bounds. She'll throw that into Garris. And Garris will bring it back up the floor. Patrick with the ball inside the Standridge at the free throw line. She'll kick it over to Willis. Willis over to Garris. Now back in the corner to Kaylee Patrick. She puts up the shot, and it's going to hit the rim, bounce high, and fall through. That'll be a three-point bucket, and it'll make the score 12-3 for the Lady Pioneers. Buford on the other end tries to dribble to the baseline, kicks it all the way back out to McBride, overthrows her, hits her fingertips, and goes into the second row. Lady Pioneers will inbound from the far side. Patrick will bring it up this time as Garris threw it in. That's in the center of the floor. Garris to the left, Willis to the right. Standridge in the high post, or Samantha George in the high post. She puts up a shot. Contact, no call. Portillo's picks up her dribble. She'll get it back to Buford. Buford back on the other end. She'll get inside the lane, put up a shot. It's no good. Good box out there by George. Willis with the basketball, brings it back down the floor, kicks it out to Patrick. Patrick puts up a shot from the left wing. Ball get trapped between the rim and the backboard, and now they're going to have to get that ball down. The assistant head coach for the men goes out and tips that ball and gets it down for them. Deontay Johnson, we want to say thank you to him for getting out there and doing that. Kaylee Patrick inbounds this ball. She'll get it into Garris. She'll put up a deep three-point shot from straight away. It's no good. Portillo's is going to come down with the rebound. 1 minute and 13 seconds to play. Buford now with the ball. She'll bring it up the floor. Comes up to the three-point line. Now she'll back out. Gets a pass over in the corner to McBride. McBride puts it up, and she'll drain the bottom of the bucket and make it a 12-6 Pioneer lead with under a minute to play now. Garris will bring the ball down. She'll set up the offense. Coach is yelling what he wants to happen. Patrick puts up a three-point shot from the left corner. She'll get her own rebound, and she's the first one there to it. Puts it back up. It's no good. This time it'll come out to number 12, Lexi Robinson, back down on the other end. Buford's going to put up a shot. It's going to be short. They're going to call Pioneer ball out of, or Lady Stars ball out of bounds. But George was pushed out of bounds on that rebound, and that should have been a foul. Coach Howard was not happy with that. McBride with the basketball on the left side. Garris is going to commit the foul. That'll be her second personal. That'll be the fifth team foul against the Lady Pioneers. Both teams with 32.5 seconds. That's a third foul on Garris. I thought it was just her second. She's going to have to be careful picking up 3 first quarter fouls. Rebound hits the front of the rim, rolls to the back, and pops out to the right side. It's no good for McBride. Now she's going to have her second shot right here. It's up. Doesn't hit anything but the bottom of the net. Willis will throw this into Patrick. Patrick back up the left side of the floor. She'll set up the offense or get it over to Garrison so she can set up the offense. Garrison's going to hold the ball until she's challenged. Now she'll dribble. 2 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock. 10 to shoot. Inside to George. George is going to back in, put up a shot. It's going to bounce on the rim. Rebound will come down. Blocked by Kaylee Patrick right there at the buzzer, and the shot's no good. That'll be the end of the first period, and we've got a score of 12-7 after 1 period of play. We'll be right back after the timeout. All right, we're coming back from the timeout in between quarters, and on the floor for the Lady Pioneers, it's going to be number 11, Garris, Samantha George, number 43, Edwards, number 33, Willis, Kessa Willis, number 32, and number 1, Patrick, will be on the floor for the Pioneers. For the Lady Stars, it will be number 13, Trinity Q Small. Buford will be on the floor. McBride, number 12, Lexi Robinson, and number 5, JC Bishop will start for the Lady Stars here in the second period. We're getting ready to come back. They've got the clock ready, and it'll be the Lady Stars inbounding from the far side of center court. 12-7 is your score. Lady Pioneers have led throughout. They made the first basket, and they've not trailed one time in this ball game. Buford will take the inbound pass from Robinson. Now Buford will get the offense set up. Over to McBride. She'll put up a three-point shot. It'll bounce off the inside of the iron, and Kessa Willis will let that go out of bounds. Patrick will get set to throw this in from right in front of her own bench. She'll get it into Garris. Garris will get it right back to Patrick, and Patrick will bring it up the floor. Patrick comes across the center, gets it to Garris on the right side. Willis is back in the corner on the right side. Gets it to Patrick on the left wing. Down to Garris. Garris wanted to put up a shot. She couldn't, but a foul's going to be called, and let's see who this foul's on. It's on number 0. That'll be on Buford. Tazea Buford. That'll be her first foul. First team foul in the second period. Patrick gets the ball into George. George will try to back it down. Gets it to Willis. Willis will get it out to Patrick on the left wing and puts up a shot off the mark there. It'll be saved by Garris. Over to Willis, back to Garris. Garris will fake a 3. Gets it to Patrick, cutting down the lane, and she's going to put up a shot. Make it 14-7. Buford will bring this back up the floor. She'll take the inbound from Robinson and bring it back up. Now she'll shoot a mid-range jumper that's no good. Robinson with the rebound out to Bishop. Bishop will miss that shot, and the Lady Pioneers will rebound it. Garris gets it to Patrick on the right side. She's on the right wing over to Willis. Down inside to Edwards. Edwards will lose the ball, but they're going to say that the Lady Stars stepped on the line. It'll be Lexi Robinson that took that ball away from her. Abby Hodges checks back in, and this will give Kaylee Patrick a break. Hodges will get this into Edwards. Edwards wants to drive, gets inside, puts up a shot. She's not going to make it, but she's going to be fouled, and that should be on Lexi Robinson, number 12. That'll be the second team foul for the Lady Stars. And it'll send Carson Edwards to the free throw line. They're going to call that on Trinity Kusmal. Score is 14-7 with 8:36 remaining in the first half. Edwards missed the first free throw. Here's her second. Hits the front of the rim, rolls to the back, and falls out of bounds after George tips it. Now Kusmal will get set to throw this in. She'll throw it into Buford, and Buford will bring it back up the floor and set up the offense for the Lady Stars from South Ark. On the offensive end, Buford drives down the lane. She's going to be called, it looks like. Actually, they're going to call Garris for her 4th foul. She's going to have to come out of this game and take a seat. 4 fouls is a lot. Well, now they've corrected that. It's her 3rd foul. She'll still come out as Kaylee Patrick gets up. She'll come out. Patrick will come back in, and Buford will get set to throw this in. She gets the ball in to Robinson. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Hodges. Hodges will bring it back up the right side of the floor. Now she'll come back towards the center. Across the Pioneer symbol. Down inside the lane. Puts up a shot that's blocked. Buford comes up with the ball. She's back down the floor and throws up a shot. It's no good. Whistle on the floor. We've got a foul on number 10, Hodges. It'll be the second team foul against the Lady Pioneers in the second quarter. It'll be Hodges' third foul. She'll come out, and Standridge will come back in. Garrison Hodges, both with 3 first half fouls, both sitting on the bench so they don't pick up that 4th foul or the 5th. Buford at the line to shoot 2. Her first shot is up and off of the back of the rim. No good. 14-7, Lady Pioneers lead with 8:07 remaining in this first period. Buford's second shot is up, and it's through. 14-8 is your score. Patrick will bring this ball up the floor. On the Pioneer symbol, she passes it over to Willis. Willis will look at the basketball. Down inside to Edwards, she puts it up. It's no good. Rebound will be number 5, JC Bishop. Back down on the other end of the floor. Bishop with the ball. She'll kick it back out to Buford. Buford will dribble and go down the right side of the lane, puts up the shot. It's no good. They're going to call Kaylee Patrick for a foul. That'll be the 3rd team foul in this second period. It'll be the 2nd foul on Patrick as well. Buford will be at the line to shoot 2 free throws. She'll miss the first one after it hits the front of the rim and bounces to the glass, falls off the right side. She'll have one more right here. She can be able to cut this lead to 5 if she can make this free throw. Second free throw's up and in. It is a 5-point lead, 14-9 for the Lady Pioneers. They've led throughout this game. Patrick with the basketball. Looks to dribble to the right. Throws a pass to Willis. It'll be knocked out of bounds by the Stars, but they're going to say it's Lady Stars basketball. Coach Howard again shows his dismay for these officials here tonight. Now Buford. She'll get the ball over to McBride, and McBride will bring it across the timeline and set up the offense. Back on the other end, Buford fights through a screen, and she puts up a 3-point shot and drains the bottom of the basket. We're going to have a timeout on the floor, 7:18 to play in the first half, and all of a sudden, it's 14-12, a 2-point ball game. We'll be right back after the timeout. Samantha George is going to throw this in to Patrick, and she'll bring it up the floor. Patrick gets it to the center line. Now she'll set up the offense, passing to the left to Standridge. Back over to Willis. Willis to Edwards. Back over to Patrick on the right wing. Patrick will get it down to Standridge. She looked at a 3. Kicks it down inside now to George. George puts it up, and she doesn't make the shot. Contact on the floor between Buford and Lady Pioneer. No foul or no call. Now we've got a double dribble called against number 5, Bishop. It'll be an inbound for the Lady Pioneers on the far side of the floor. Patrick brings the ball to set up the offense. Comes to the left side. Standridge will go towards the right. Now down in the low post. Out to George. George is going to dribble around the key. She'll get it out to Patrick. Patrick cuts towards the rim, puts up a shot, and she puts it right over the front of the rim. 16-12. 6:19 to play in the first half. Buford with the basketball, sets up the offense. Now she'll back out behind the 3-point line, drives, kicks it over to Kusma, and she'll put it up and in on the left side. 16-14. Patrick dribbles back to the center. Gets a screen from Willis over to Edwards. Edwards will put that up from just inside the three-point line. Rebound to Standridge. She puts it back up. Now it's going to go out of bounds, and that'll go out of bounds off of Samantha George's hands as she poked it out of the Lady Stars' hands. This inbound will come from Koosmal. That last basket was by Lexi Robinson, not Koosmal. Buford brings the ball up. Buford all the way to the rim, puts up a shot that's partially blocked, doesn't make it. And then a foul is going to be called against. It'll be called against number 12, Lexi Robinson. That'll be her first foul, but it'll be the third team foul against the Lady Stars in this ball game. Second inbound pass is to Patrick. She'll bring it up and come to the left side. She sets up the offense. Now she gets a screen, gets all the way to the rim, puts up a shot, and it's no good. It'll be rebounded by number 11, Portillos, who just checked back into this. She'll get the ball over to Buford, and Buford will set up the offense. Portillos with the ball. She's going to travel as she took off to dribble. She doesn't like the call, but it was a good call. Now Patrick will bring this up with Willis on the left side. Edwards in the right corner. George sets a screen. Back over to Willis, who puts up a three-point shot. It's off the back of the iron in the glass. Edwards knocked the ball away from Robinson. And now we've got a call on the floor that is going to give the ball back to the Lady Pioneers. I guess they called a jump ball there. Patrick will inbound this. She gets it into Edwards. Edwards will put up a shot. It's no good. Rebound will come down to Buford. Buford out of there with the ball, comes up the right side of the floor, gets back down there, and it'll be kicked by Willis trying to stop that inside pass. Checking back in now will be Milton as she'll check in for Robinson. Milton will come back into this game. McBride takes the inbound pass. She'll get it out to Portillo straight away. She'll put up a three-point shot, hit the front of the iron, no good. Willis with the rebound out to Patrick, all the way back down the floor to Standridge. Standridge will put it up and in on the right side. 18-14, 4:27 remaining in the first half. Lady Stars on offense. McBride with the basketball on the left wing. She'll get it inside to Milton. George almost tipped that away, and they're going to call Portillo's again for a travel. She did that right in front of the official, and he didn't hesitate to call that. Patrick will take the inbound pass from right in front of their own bench, bring it up the left side of the floor. Wanted to dribble inside, got away with a carry, puts up the shot. It's good. 20-14, 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Buford with the ball down the left side of the lane. Kicks it out to number 21, Skanes. Now McBride with the basketball. Skanes just checked in a minute ago. Portillo's will put up a three-point shot that'll roll around rim and pop out. Standridge with the rebound. Gets it over to Patrick. She comes back up the floor. Now she looks to Passage, gets it over to Edwards. She puts up a three-point shot, and she'll drain the bottom of the net with that shot, push the lead out to 23-14. We've got 3:28 remaining in this first half. We've got a timeout on the floor, and we'll be right back after this timeout. Lady Pioneers will be on defense now, and it'll be number 5, Bishop, bringing this ball up the floor. She'll get it inside to Milton. Milton will kick it back out to Portillo's, over to Bishop. She looked at a 3. She gets the pass over on the left side. Shot goes up. McBride with the rebound. Another shot by number 21, Skanes. She's going to miss both of those. This rebound comes down to Willis. Willis comes back down the floor. She'll pull it back out and set up the offense. She'll get it inside to Standridge. Standridge is going to put up a shot. No good. Gets her own rebound back up and in on the right-hand side. McBride takes the inbounds pass. It'll go over to Bishop. Bishop across the timeline. She'll try to set up the offense. She immediately goes right. Gets the ball to Portillo's. Portillo's will get a screen from Milton, put up a three-point shot that's no good, and it'll go out of bounds off of the side of the rim. Patrick will throw this into Kessa Willis. Right back to Patrick, and she'll come up the center of the floor. Once she's down there, she'll get her offense set up. Willis gives her a screen. Milton comes out to cover her. She'll get the ball over to Edwards. Edwards will get it inside to George, and she'll spin and put up a jumper, gets her own rebound off the tip. Now out to Willis. Willis will kick it over to Edwards. Edwards will look at a 3, pass on it, and then she'll go down and put up a shot. She's going to make that basket on the right side from about 6 feet out. She's fouled. She's going to the free throw line. This foul will be on Portillo's. They call it on number 21, Alicia Skanes. She'll come out of the game, and Logan Smith, number 2, will come back in. Carson Edwards is going to have one free throw here. She'll have a chance to double up the score with 2:07 remaining in the first half. She misses that free throw, and it'll be Portillo's comes out of there with the rebound. 27-14 is your score. Logan Smith puts up a three-point shot that's no good. Milton comes down with the rebound. That was Bishop that missed that. McBride will get the ball in the right corner to Portillo's. Back out to McBride. She'll put up a shot. It's no good. Whistle and a foul is going to be called with 1:45 remaining in the first half. It's going to be called against Portillo's. That'll be her second personal and the 5th team foul. Portillo's will check out, and Buford checks back in. Patrick will bring this up. She'll be picked up by Logan Smith just before coming across the timeline. Gets the ball over to Willis. Willis will look to dribble. Gets it inside to George. George will kick it out to Edwards. She puts up a three-point shot, and she makes that. 30-14 is your score. We've got 1:20 to play in this first half. Lady Pioneers shooting deadly from the three-point line tonight. Smith over to Buford. Around to Bishop. Bishop puts up a three-point shot off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor the Lady Stars. They'll have to inbound this from the baseline. 16-point lead in the first half for the Lady Pioneers. Buford will throw this in. She'll throw it in tries to throw it off of Edwards' back, but it'll hit the baseline, and it'll belong to the Lady Pioneers. Patrick sets it up, gets it into Edwards at the high post, down to Willis and up and in on the left side. Willis puts that up and in, under a minute to play. Robinson gets set to check back in for the Lady Stars. Smith around to Bishop, into Milton. The ball will be knocked away. Sandridge comes up with it. Now Patrick with the basketball, 35 on the shot clock, or on the game clock. Patrick will lose that. Logan Smith picks it up. Now the shot clock is off. McBride will put that shot up, but she traveled before she did. A little bit of hop there. Willis will throw this in, and she'll throw it into Patrick. Edwards is coming down to the right corner. Standridge is coming to the left corner, and Samantha George will be in the low post on the left side. Now Standridge goes to the left high post area. Patrick with the basketball, guarded closely by Smith. Now she's going to dribble inside, down to the baseline, loses the ball, and it's going to be picked up by Buford. She touches the baseline with the ball. It's out of bounds against the Lady Stars. Lady Pioneers will inbound this. It'll be Patrick getting the inbound in. 6.2 seconds remaining. She'll get the ball into Edwards at the free throw line. She'll put it up and in. 34-14, 20-point lead. We've got another turnover by Buford as she stepped across the baseline before she threw it in. That Lady Pioneers are going to have one more shot, but it's going to be a catch and shoot. 1.1 second remaining. And Edwards takes the inbound pass and makes it. She's just in front of the free throw line, puts that up, and she makes it. 36-14 is your halftime score, 22-point lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back after halftime. All right, we're fixing to get this second half tipped off, or kicked off. 36-14. Lady Pioneers have a huge lead here. Lady Pioneers will have the basketball to start this second half here in the third period. It'll be Garris throwing the ball into Hodges. Hodges will receive this inbound pass. You've got Standridge in the low post, Patrick in the left corner. Hodges will bring it across the timeline. She'll have Edwards out on behind the three-point line. Edwards with the ball underneath the goal. She'll kick it back out to Patrick. Patrick will kick it back out to Edwards in the left corner. She'll drive the baseline, put up a shot. That floater's going to go. 38-14. And now Buford will bring it back up the floor. Buford crosses the timeline and the Pioneer symbol, gets it over to Portillo's. Out to Bishop. She puts up a three-point shot that's good. Now Garris with the basketball on the inbound from Hodges. Backdoor pass to Patrick, up and in on the right side. 40-17 is your score. Buford back down the floor. Portillo's three-point shot, banks it in off the glass. 40-20. She cuts it back to a 20-point lead. Patrick will throw this into Garris, and she'll bring it up in the low post on the left side. Edwards, she sneaks out to the three-point line. High post. Now a pass intended for Hodges, no good. Buford will pick that up and come back down the floor. She'll kick it out to Smith on the left side. Smith gets it back to Buford over to Portillo's, and her shot, the shot by Bishop from behind the three-point line on the right side, will be knocked into the second row by Carson Edwards. She'll check out, and Samantha George will check in. Bishop will get set to throw this in from the left-hand corner, or right-hand corner. Gets it into Portillo's. Patrick quickly over there. Ball is tipped by Hodges. Buford now back to Bishop. Bishop back to Buford. Hodges is going to be called for her fourth foul. She was going for the steal. It's incidental contact, but it was a foul. That'll be number 4 on Hodges. That'll get Willis back up immediately to come back into this game. 8:21 remaining in the third period. 40-20 is your score. Willis checks in, and Hodges will take a seat with 4 fouls. Buford set to throw this in. She gets it into Portillo's. Over to Smith. Smith in the left wing. Picked up her dribble, got it to Buford. Back to Smith, over to Portillo's. Portillo's will try to dribble and penetrate, kicks it out to Bishop. Bishop will get it over to Buford. Garris went for the steal. Buford thought she could dribble and penetrate. Travel's going to be called on Elena Milton as she took one step just a second too fast, and it was traveling. Gives the ball back to the Lady Pioneers. Garris will come to the right side, gets the ball to Patrick, but she's going to be fouled as she was fighting through that double team, and this looks like it may be on Logan. It is. It's her third foul of this ball game. She plays aggressive defense. Standridge in the low post. Spins, puts up the shot. It's off the rim. George with the rebound up and in off the glass on the left-hand side. Portillo's brings the ball back down. 22-point lead. 7:40 to play in the third period. Down the lane, Buford puts up a floater. It's good. Lady Pioneers will inbound this. It'll come into Garris. Garris was on the right side in the backcourt. Now she'll come up, or left side in the backcourt. Now she'll come up the floor, get to the free throw line, kick it out to Patrick on a skip pass. Patrick will dribble around, get a screen from Standridge, lose the ball, gets it to Willis, over to George, down to Standridge. Standridge is going to put up a mid-range jumper from about 12 feet. George with the rebound out to Garris. Now Garris will dribble and penetrate, puts up a shot. It's no good off the bottom of the backboard. It'll be rebounded by Milton and brought back down the floor by Buford. Buford on the outside of the lane, kicks it out to Smith. She puts up a shot that misses everything. Rebound to Standridge, to Garris. Garris back down the floor on the left side. Mid-range jumper, 15 feet. It's good. 44-22. 6:35 remaining in the third period. Buford wants to slow things down, walks it up. Gets it set up. Bishop with a three-point try. No good. George will have the ball knocked away from her by Smith. Now a second three-point shot is up. No good. Standridge with the rebound over to Garris. Garris will bring it up the right side of the floor. She crosses over and stays on the right side. Gets it to Willis. The whole team on the right side. Standridge inside, up and in on the left side. 46-22. Under 6 minutes to play in the third period. Buford with the basketball. Over to Smith on the left wing. Patrick with the steal. Out to Willis. Willis is going to put up a shot. No good. Might have been fouled. No call. Now we've got Buford coming back down the floor. Kicks the ball out to Portillo's. She puts up a shot that rattles off of the rim. No good. Garris with the rebound. Buford goes for the steal. She doesn't get it. Garris comes up the left side of the floor. Over to Patrick inside to George. George will back her way into the lane. Kicks it out to Willis. Willis will go down the right side, lose the ball. Then she tries to make a pass to Garris, and it'll be intercepted by Buford. Patrick back. Patrick tried to draw the foul, couldn't do it. Shots up and in on the left-hand side. 5 minutes to play in the third period. 46-24 is your score. Smith on Garris. Garris will come to the right side, pick up her dribble. Now she'll pass it over to George just inside the three-point line. George will have her shot blocked. Buford comes up with it, brings it back down the floor. Kicks it over to Portillo's on the right wing. We've got a whistle as she shot. This looks like it's going to be on Standridge away from the ball. We're going to have to see what this call is. It's on Standridge away from the ball. Before the shot, so the shot didn't count. It's 46-34, or 24 is your score. Checking back in will be Robinson and Kusmal. Logan Smith with the basketball, dribbles around. McBride also checked back in. Smith throws the ball away. Garris will throw this into Patrick. Back to Garris, and Patrick will flank her on the right-hand side. Patrick in the right corner. Into high post to Standridge. Back out to Willis, who puts up a three-point shot that's no good. Ball comes off of Standridge's hands. Patrick and Logan go to the floor, and a travel is going to be called as she rolled around when they were fighting for the ball. Lady Pioneers basketball. Standridge is going to throw this in from the baseline. Willis will stay over here in the right corner. Patrick in the left. Garris and George in the center of the lane. Garris breaks free. She gets the inbound pass. Now she's looking inside, gets it to Willis on the right wing. Now Willis will dribble back to the center of the floor, and she's going to find Garris over on the right side. Inside to Standridge, or George. Back out to Garris, who puts up a three-point shot. Rebound is going to come down to Standridge. Buford's going to try to pick her up. Willis inside to George. George is going to put up a shot on the right side. Count the basket. She makes that on the right side off the glass, and the foul's going to be called. It'll be the second team foul against South Ark. George will go to the line with one free throw, and the foul will be called on number 13, Kusmal. Free throw is good, pushes the lead to 49-24. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third period. North Ark with a huge lead here. Buford kicks it over Smith. Buford with the three-point shot. She's going to make that. She'll cut the lead to 49-27, back to 22. Patrick will bring this ball up on the left side of the floor. Now she'll cut back to the center as Smith guards her really closely. Patrick drives all the way down, misses the layup, got hit pretty hard, and then got her foot stepped on. Foul will be called against number 12, Lexi Robinson. It'll be her second foul, third team foul in this third period. Patrick at the line to shoot 2. First free throws off the back of the iron, no good. She'll have one more, and she can be able to push push their point total up to 50. She does make the second one, and now Buford will bring the ball up. On the right side, she'll dribble, kicks it out. Garris goes to the floor. Inside to Robinson. She'll put up a shot. Standridge looks like she's going to be called for the foul, and she is. It'll be the 3rd team foul against North Ark. Both teams now with 3 team fouls. That'll be the 2nd foul called personal foul against Standridge. Robinson will be at the line to shoot 2. Her first free throw is up, hits the front of the rim, rolls to the glass, and falls off the front. No good. Second free throw coming. Has the ball, puts it up, and it's going to bounce off the inside of the left side of the rim. It's no good. Standridge with the rebound over to Patrick. Patrick brings it back down the floor. Patrick will set up the offense. Now she'll come to the right side, down to the baseline, puts up the shot. It's no good. It was blocked. Now Buford with the basketball. Lady Pioneers get back for defense. Buford will back this out. Now she'll pass cross court to Smith, back to McBride, to Buford, who puts up a 3-point shot, and she's going to drain that 3. 50-30, back to a 20-point lead. Patrick throws this into Garris, and Garris will bring it up the floor. Willis on this right side. Now Willis will go in and cut back out. Gets it back to Garris. Standridge in the right corner. Patrick in the left wing. Now Willis on the left side. She'll get it to Standridge. Standridge will put up a deep 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Hands the ball to Buford. Buford will have the ball stolen. But they're going to say it was a double dribble on Garris, and that'll give the ball back to the Lady Stars. Buford now with the ball over to Logan Smith in the center of the floor. Back to Buford on the left side. Garris will intercept that pass. It was meant to be across court to McBride. Now to Patrick. Patrick will stop and pop, and she'll put it up. 52-30. Logan Smith with the basketball. Gets it to Buford on the left wing. Cross court to McBride. She puts up a 3-point shot off of the back of the iron. No good. Willis will come down with that rebound. On the sideline, she'll kick it back out to Patrick. Down to Garris on the left side. Garris wanted to drive the lane, couldn't get in there. Puts it over to Patrick, and she drains a 3-point shot from the left wing. 55-30. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the third period. Buford now brings it back down the floor. She'll get it inside to Robinson, back outside to Koosmal. Koosmal will put up a shot that's no good from the wing, and it's going to be rebounded by George. Standridge runs the floor, gets rewarded, puts up the shot on the right side, and makes it. 57-30, under a minute to play in the third period. Buford gets the ball inside to Robinson. Now back to Buford from Smith. Cross court to McBride. She'll put up the shot, and she'll drain that 3 from the right-hand corner. Willis took the inbound pass and got it back to Patrick. Patrick will come up the center. Willis on the right. Garris on the left. George on the left low post. Standridge on the right side low post. We're going to have a foul called against the Lady Stars. This looks like it's going to be against McBride. It'll be the 4th team foul. And it will be against number 34, it will be against number 3, McBride, and she will have her 2nd personal foul. She'll check out, so will Buford, and so will Robinson. Checking back in will be Milton Portillo's. And can't see the number of the other player yet. Shot by Garris from behind the 3-point line. She buries that. Smith with the basketball. 12 seconds to Portillo's. over to Bishop, who checked back in. Milton's going to get Standrich in the air. Looks like they're going to call a foul on Standrich, and it will be on Standrich. Fouls are starting to mount up now. That's a third foul on Standrich, fourth foul against the North Ark Lady Pioneers. Milton at the line to shoot free throw. She puts it up. It's no good. Ball will go out of bounds off of the Lady Pioneers and belong to the Lady Stars with 3.1 seconds remaining in the third period. 60-35. 25-point lead for the Lady Pioneers. Milton takes the inbound pass, and she's going to travel with the basketball. Won't be enough time to put a shot up. So this will be, once they throw it in, that'll be the final play. That's how your third period will end, 60-35. And we'll be back after the timeout for the fourth period and the final session of this ball game. All right, to start this fourth period, it will be the Lady Stars with the basketball. It's going to be Smith throwing this in. She'll throw it into Bishop. Bishop is standing in the backcourt. On the floor for the Lady Pioneers, we've got Patrick, Willis, Standrich, Edwards, and Garris. Bishop with the ball over to Logan Smith. They play catch. Down to Portillo's. She puts up a shot. It's under the rim. Garris with the rebound. Garris will bring it back up the right side of the floor. Goes behind her back. Gets it to Patrick. Patrick looks at it. Now she'll get it back to Garris. Standrich in the low post. Almost out to the three-point line. She'll dribble around at the free throw line. She'll kick it out to Patrick. She'll put up a deep three. It's no good. No good and goes out of bounds. Hit the bottom of the backboard and went out of bounds. Excuse me. Smith will throw this in. She'll get it into Bishop. Bishop will bring it back up the floor. Buford's off the floor right now. We're going to have a traveling call against the Lady Stars. That'll turn the ball back over to the Lady Pioneers, and Patrick will throw in from the right corner of the floor. Garris will bring this up. Edwards and Standrich will cross in the lane. Edwards is on the right side. Willis in the center of the floor over to Patrick. Patrick from the left wing will pass it back out to the center. She'll get it to Garris. Standrich now. Standrich gets inside the lane, inside the free throw line, kicks it out to Patrick. She'll put up a floater that's no good. Willis fought for the rebound, and it comes down to number 13, Kusmal. Now Portillo's with the ball. She'll lose it out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Lady Pioneers. Patrick standing right there, and she'll throw it into Garris. She'll flank Garris on the left-hand side. Willis is over here on the right. In the high post, you've got Edwards and Standrich. Garris will get it to Willis. Willis with a straightaway three-point shot off of the glass in the back of the iron. Foul's going to be called. It'll be called on Standrich. It'll be her fourth foul of the ball game. Three players with four fouls now. Bishop quickly back down the floor to Logan Smith, around to Kusmal. She puts up the shot, no good. Standrich with the rebound. Portillo's fights her for the rebound, tries to reach in. Now she gets it over to Patrick. Patrick brings it back across the timeline. Garris on the right side. She puts up a three-point shot that's going to be off the back of the iron. Tipped out by Edwards. Garris gets back inside and puts up a shot. Then she's going to be fouled. This is going to be against Koosmal. Trinity Koosmal will pick up the foul. It'll be the first foul for the Lady Stars. Standridge will check out. George checks back in. It'll be the third foul against Koosmal. Garris with the ball over to Patrick. Back to Willis. Willis will try to get it to Edwards. Edwards will save it. They're going to call a jump ball, it looks like. And that'll favor the Lady Pioneers. Edwards is going to get set to throw this basketball in. Inbound pass will be blocked by Milton. Portillo's comes up with the ball. She brings it back up the right side. A screen by Koosmal allows Portillo's to shoot a three-point shot. It'll go up and hit the shot clock, and that'll be out of bounds against the Lady Stars. Garris will bring this ball back up off the Patrick inbound pass. Willis on the right side. Edwards on the left in the high post. Back to Patrick, and she tried to put up a shot. No good. Ball comes down to Milton. Milton will get it down to Smith, and Smith will dribble back to the center of the floor.